Welcome to MSD Learning World. Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to see another algorithmic designing technique as divide and conquer. In the previous videos we have seen an algorithmic design technique like a brute force approach, and we were seeing several problems like how to solve insertion sort, bubble sort, selection sort, and some of the problems like closest pair, string match, convex skull, and traveling salesman problem, and how those problems are solved by brute force approach. So the main thing that we can notice from those method are the average case complexity and the worst case time complexity of those algorithms are always order of n square or order of n cube, and only in linear search we were noticing that the best case time complexity of the linear search is order of 1. So however, the complexities, the time complexities of the algorithms by using brute force was very higher. The time complexity is not much efficient. So we are going for another designing technique like divide and conquer. By the name implies we are going to divide the larger problem into several sub problems, and the sub problems are again divided into another sub problems, and then each sub problems are going to be solved separately, and then we are going to combine the solutions of the sub problems, and at last we will get the desired output. This is what the divide and conquer method will do it. So even in our normal real life problems we will try to acquire only this divide and conquer methodology. For example, suppose we are having a problem like all our families and relatives are planning to go for a traveling tour to Malaysia. So what we will initially start doing, we divide the problems into several sub problems, like one family will take care of ticket booking, and another family will be taking care of packing the things, and another family will be taking care of dress materials, and another family will be taking care of packing the food items, and another family will be taking care of household items. So and another family will take care of booking the hotels and other traveling plans that after we reach to the Malaysia. So like that we will divide several tasks as sub problems, and we will give the problems to individual families and we try to solve it. But why do we want to use this divide and conquer? Because one family alone need not do all the work, that will take much time to complete it. Whatever we try to solve it, whatever the problem we try to solve it, the first thing that we notice is we want to do the task within some required time. We don't want to waste the time to do the task by one person sequentially such that it will take a long time to complete. So our main objective is to reduce the time complexity. So the same methodology is adopted for the problems that is done by the system also. Whenever a large problem is given to the system, we make some algorithms in such a way that the problems are divided into sub problems, and the tasks are again divided into sub problem. That sub problem is small, then the answer is computed. If not, the sub problem is again a larger problem, then again the sub problems are recursively divided into sub problems, and then the solutions of the sub problems are cumulated to each other and combined to form a desired outcome. So this is what is divide and conquer technique. So by using this divide and conquer technique, it is sure that the number of iteration that your problem is going to do is only half of the n number of times, so that your time complexity is much reduced. So now in this video we will see how are the problems are done by using divide and conquer approach, and let us examine what is the time complexity of those divide and conquer algorithms. In divide and conquer algorithm there are three parts. They are, the first process is divide, the second process is conquer, and the third process is combine. So in the divide process the problem is divided into sub problems. Then in the second step as conquer, the sub problem is going to be examined. Whether if the sub problem is a small, then we try to solve the sub problem directly. Again, if the sub problem is have large number of elements, then again the sub problems are recursively divided to call the first step again, and the conquer process is completed. Then the third process is combining the solutions of all these sub problems in order to arrive at the desired solution for the original problem. Here the original problem is the larger problem. So here the divide and conquer approach is performing the division operation recursively in the conquer step, and in the combined process all the solutions are combined to form the desired outcome. So these are the steps of the divide and conquer approach. Merge sort algorithm is one of the popular sorting algorithm that uses divide and conquer. So this algorithm provides the confidence that it is possible to perform sorting algorithms by recursively dividing the arrays into equal length, and this is the most used algorithm by the real-time applications where the entire array is divided into half, and recursively the arrays are divided into half and all the sorted elements are combined at the last, so that the running time of the algorithm is also completely reduced. So let us see the algorithm for the merge sort application. Let us see the step for the merge sort algorithm by using divide and conquer. Suppose if you have an element in the array, that you have the elements as, suppose assume you have 50 number of elements in the array. So the first step is that it will allocate a pointer for the first element and it will allocate the pointer for the second element. And three steps that the merge sort is going to do is, one is your divide, the next is your conquer, and the third is your combine. These are the three steps that it is going to do, that is divide, conquer and combine. So in the divide process, the first element is going to be the pointer p and the last element is going to have the pointer r, and now the middle element is going to have the pointer q. So in each iteration, the merge sort algorithm in the divide step, it is going to find the pointer q in each and every step recursively. So the purpose of the divide step is that it has to find the pointer q according to the number of elements from p to r. So what it will do is, it will find r divided by 2 as the element or the index for the position q. Once it is making, then it try to perform again the division. Again and again it will be performing the division of the elements and it finds the q pointer. At last you will have subdivided all the elements. At last each elements will be in a single position. Then your conquer will be coming. When you are making the conquer, it tries to check which element is higher or which element is smaller. Accordingly it will combine for the performing the third step. So let us see an example how this merge sort steps are implemented by divide and conquer. So let us see an example here where the array elements consist of the following elements. So the elements here are 38, 27, 43, 3, 9, 82 and 10. So the total number of elements are 7. The index starts here from 0 to 6. So 7 divided by 2, first time the divide is going to happen. So 4 number of times the divide is happening here. This is what is the first iteration. So in the first iteration 7 divided by 2, it is 3. So the third index is the element 3. So here now 38, 27, 43, 3 will be divided as a single subarray and 9, 82, 10 will be divided as a second subarray. Similarly, when you take the first subarray, again it has 4 elements. So 4 divided by 2, it is 2. So 2 elements are separated as an one array and 43, 3 is separated as an another array. Similarly, you have 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1 it is divided. So each element is divided. Likewise, parallelly all these subarrays are divided in such a way that you have single element at the last. So here it is clear that the divide operation is performed for half of the number of n number of elements. For example, you have here how many number of elements? You have here 7 number of elements, that is 7 divided by 2, it is almost you have 4 iteration. Half of the times only you have performing the division. So 1, 2, 3 times you are doing it. So first time you are dividing into 2 subarrays, second time you are dividing into 4 subarrays, third time you are dividing into another, again totally you have 4 and 3, 7 elements are there. The total number of division that is happening is 3 times it is dividing. That is half of the n elements. That is n elements are 7. So half of the n elements 3 times you are performing the division. So n by 2 times you are performing the divisions. That is order of log n. Now coming, you have completed your divide. Now you try to conquer it. So you are solving now. What the process of solving, in the sense you are going to identify which element is smaller and which element is higher. So now you are going to do it from the left to right. So 38 and 27 you are going to combine it. Similarly 43 and 3 you are going to combine it. Everything is going to parallelly occur. So 37 and 38 and 27, in that 27 is the lesser element. So 27 is placed first and 38 is placed as the next element. Among 43 and 3, 3 is smaller and 43 is bigger. So 3 is placed first and 43 is placed next. Coming to 9 and 82, 9 is smaller and 82 is bigger. Similarly 10 is a single element, no element is there to compare, so 10 is directly brought to the next step. So now you have the subarrays which has the combination of two elements. So now these two subarrays are going to perform the combine. While combining, it is going to perform solve. That is what is conquer. So 27, 38, 3 and 43. Out of this, which is the smallest element? 3. 3 is placed first. Then the next smallest element is 27. Next smallest element is 38. Next smallest element is 43. So this is arranged and combined and it is placed in the ascending order. Then the next two subarrays. 9 is the smallest element, 10 is the next element, 82 is the next element. Now these two arrays are again combined to form the sorted array. So totally you are performing 3 times n by 2 times of divisions, and you are also performing n times 2 times of conquer and solve. And here you are able to achieve or sort the elements with n by 2 number of iterations. So at last our aim is to continuously divide the arrays and then you perform the comparison and then you recombine the elements in a sorted order. Now coming to the algorithm, here the merge sort is going to get the input elements as array, then the starting pointer p and the ending pointer r. If p is greater than r, then you are just returning, because the p element has to be smaller than the last element. The first element index has to be smaller than the last element. If it is not satisfying this condition, it is returning, else it is finding the midpoint value as q. The midpoint value is nothing but the index of the middle element, that is q is equal to p plus r divided by 2. Then again after finding this q, it is again and again going to subdivide it by calling the merge sort algorithm recursively. So merge sort of, now which will be the array, the same array elements with p as the starting pointer and q as the middle pointer. Similarly, the next subarray is, this is a comma p comma q is the left subarray, and again you are going to completely finish off the recursive call only for the left subarrays. After performing the left subarray only, you will go for the recursive call for the right subarray. And then a comma p comma q will be calling again merge sort of a comma p comma r. Again q will be, new q will be found, and the left subarray is completely divided with the call of merge sort of fifth number line, merge sort of a comma p comma q. Then after completing the recursive call in the fifth line of the pseudocode, then the sixth line gets executed as a of that is merge sort of a comma q plus 1 comma r, because mid element is q, that is already with the left subarray. So right subarray oda first element is going to be q plus 1. So for this element again the merge sort is going to be recursively called, and the sixth line is going to end only after all the right subarray is completely making the division. At last, after completely making this division, now divide steps will be completed where all the left subarrays and right subarrays are divided where one element, single element is present. Now we are going to start performing the merge operation. So in merge operation, what are we going to give is, you are going to give the array, then the starting pointer, ending pointer, then you are going to give the middle pointer also. So now what the merge algorithm will do is, it will take it and it will find what is n1 value and n2 value. n1 is nothing but q minus p plus 1. Q minus p is, q is nothing but the ending pointer, and q is nothing but the middle pointer, and p is the starting pointer, plus 1 will be n1, and r minus q will be, r is the ending pointer and q will be the middle pointer. So initially when you have a single element, both n1 and l2 will be the same. Then now it starts checking the left and the right subarray. Left element will be placed in L of I, right elements will be placed in R of j. So far I loop is used only for taking the elements from the array and to place it in the L of I, and j loop is for taking the elements from the array for n2 number of times and keeping it in R of the elements. So what it is going to do is, in the second loops, what it is going to do is, it is going to take the element from the left subarray and take the element from the right subarray, and it is going to check which one is greater, whether it is L of I is greater or R of j is greater. If R of j is greater, then your greater element will be placed as a second element and less element will be placed as the first element. That is what it is performing. If L of I is less than or equal to R of j. If this condition is true, then A of k you are placing a left of I element and incrementing the I pointer. If this condition is not true, then you are placing A of k you are keeping the right element in such a way that R of j is lesser element and you are incrementing the j loop. This gets completely executed till all the elements are combined to form a sorted elements. Coming to the time complexity of the divide and conquer, I think we have seen the same example for performing the merge sort. So let us take the same example and let us see how the time complexity is calculated. So when you have some number of elements, the divide operation is going to be taken for n by 2 number of times, that is 7 by 2, it is 3 times. So 3 times the division is going to be performed for n by 2 number of elements. So it is log n times. Then again the conquer step is going to happen for n number of elements in each subarray for n by 2 number of times. So combine operation is going to be performed for n by 2 number of times, but the conquer operation is going to be done for n by n number of elements present in that subarray. So log n times of order of n. So the total time taken is nothing but the divide operation is order of log n, and for the time that is used for taking conquer and combine is n into log n. So you will be having the total time taken is order of n log n. So the time complexity for the merge sort algorithm is that whatever the cases, whether it is a best case analysis or worst case analysis or the average case analysis, the time complexity is going to be order of log n, whereas when we take a best case, even though all the elements are sorted, somehow the division of operation is going to be performed for n by 2 number of times, and the conquer is going to happen and the comparison is going to done for n elements in the subarray, and as well your combining the subarrays are also going to happen, even though when the array is sorted or when the array is jumbled where some of the elements are sorted, or when the array is completely in non-sorted way. In all the best case, worst case and average case analysis, the operations of the divide, conquer and combine is going to performed for the same number of times. So it is order of n log n. And the space complexity is, the array is going to have n number of elements, so your space complexity is going to be order of n. And this merge sort algorithms are used in various applications like e-commerce application, then inversion counting problems and performing the external sorting applications. So we have seen the merge sort algorithm and how it is implemented by divide and conquer, and the steps for implementing the merge sort algorithm, and the applications of the merge sort algorithm along with an example we have seen, and the average case complexity, the best case complexity and the worst case complexity of the merge sort algorithm is going to be order of n log n, and the space complexity is going to be order of n. Do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.